Hey Sagittarius, welcome to my channel. My name is Katie and this is Awakened Wild Child. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Let's start right away with your first card. We have Observe. Observe with a quiet mind and a compassionate heart. So right now there could be a lot going on around you, Sag. There could be a lot of things that you can't quite understand exactly, like why they are unfolding in the way that they're unfolding. But it's a wonderful time for you to simply just observe, okay? See what is showing up and allow things to fall where they may. We have the starfish as your animal for this reading. The starfish is a message of going deeper, allowing yourself to go deeper. Maybe for quite some time you have relied on, I don't know, certain milestones, levels of success, appearance to, I don't know, like get your foot on the door, is what I'm hearing. I just heard someone is about to realize they lost the best thing that ever happened to them. So maybe you're transitioning, maybe it is a good time to observe how things are unfolding, yes, but also how you're presenting yourself. Are you showing to others your best qualities? Are you showing your heart? Are you being authentic? Are you being um like as deep as you really are with other people? Because I feel like you have a lot of depth that maybe you're not putting out there, and therefore it's not getting you the opportunities or the credit or the connection that it could. I hope that makes sense. Let's see with the tarot. Let's go into a little bit more grounded, practical advice. We have here Queen of Cups being your first energy. So there could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy in your life at this time in the form of a person, or this energy could manifest as you feeling more connected to your intuition, to your emotions, to your depth, as we were mentioning. We also have that the starfish here is a water animal, and we have the Queen of Water being their first card. So there's a lot of like psychic energy, spiritual energy, possibility for connection with you, with yourself, with your higher self, with people around you, and love, friendship, kindness, compassion here. The challenge that we have here is the Magician. So maybe at this time, you're not feeling like you have entire control over the manifestations that you're aiming for. Maybe you have certain desires, goals, dreams. You want to make them happen. Maybe you don't know how to make them happen. Maybe you feel stuck in an aspect of them. And you could be trying to figure out how to unlock, unblock a specific area that's maybe giving you trouble. Maybe you're having a little bit of a hard time manifesting something, and that's okay. In the recent past, we see the Empress. In the present, we see the Two of Voices, or the Two of Swords in this case. And we see the Seven of Swords showing up as the near future. So what Spirit is telling you here, Sagittarius, is to be very strategic, okay? To know that you have all the resources that you need to make something happen. But to also know that there's some choices that you need to commit to. And what I'm hearing is that there's still kind of like a lack of clarity about those. So you're going to need to be in a moment of contemplation, observation, before really expecting these manifestations to come in. I feel like as soon as you can see things in a new light, and that clarity will be coming in soon, okay? As soon as you can see with clarity the options that you have and make an informed choice and commit to that choice, immediately that which you want to overcome gets overcome. But right now you may be feeling stuck in a decision making process. You may be contemplating, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I move forward or stay in the past? Should I give this another chance or instead look for something new? There could be a lot of contemplation like that going on at this time. And Spirit is saying here that your mind is not going to take you to the answer, okay? There's only so much overthinking we can do. And overthinking normally doesn't really take us to that level of clarity that brings in the answer. Overthinking tends to be fearful, tends to be from the mind, from the space of intellect exclusively. And it goes on and on and on and on, providing us with loops of repetitive information that we already know. But when we connect with spirit, when we connect to our light, when we connect to that intuition that is within us, we get new information, we get new perspectives. We break that pattern of overthinking and repeating the same things over and over in our mind, and we allow light to come in and basically shine on things that we haven't seen, that we haven't noticed, that we haven't quite grasped, changing our perspective, giving us the answer. So, what I see is that you're going to come to a realization that you need to take care of yourself first. Maybe what you normally do is go for the win-win situation, try to have everybody in the situation benefit from the outcome. Maybe you try to, not necessarily be the one that gets the benefit, but instead create situations that everyone can benefit from. But in this case, I feel, Sagittarius, that you're going to benefit from being strategic and looking out for you and your loved ones first, and creating situations, moving in ways that uh, prevent any kind of betrayal being possible. So this is like really being detailed oriented, careful with things, maybe legally making sure that there is no way that something could go wrong. It's like covering your back in a way before anything happens and just to make sure that nothing does. This is also a form of self-love. And it doesn't have to be sneaky or sketchy, but it is strategic in nature. Right now, you may be feeling a little bit overwhelmed. You may feel like there is a lot on your table right now. Like there's so many things that you need to take care of, an endless to-do list that is just like expanding every day. You may feel like there are a lot of things pulling you in different directions, requiring your needs, attention, your energy, your patience, your love, your money. You may feel like you're spread a little bit too thin. So be careful with that and make sure that you're taking good, proper care of yourself. In your environment, there could be a Capricorn energy. There could also be in your environment energies that tempt you into habits, into actions, tendencies that are not coming from the heart, not coming from the light, but coming from fear or ego. So beware of what you have around you, who you have around you, and how those things or people can trigger within you the need for sustaining negative habits, tendencies, overindulging, abusing maybe substances and stuff like that, or indulging in gossip or in ego based forms of thinking. Your environment is partially responsible for a lot of negativity that comes your way. So maybe evaluate your environment and the energies that are allowed in your environment, and maybe think about the boundaries that you can set in place so that your space is more protected from these energies. If you're really tired and you feel exhausted, most likely you're going to take the easiest way out as far as like what you eat or how you rest or the habits that you do, if you work out or not, stuff like that. Normally, when we're really tired and overwhelmed, we tend to cut corners. We go for fast food as opposed to like cooking our own meals. That's just an example. Try to avoid those temptations and identify them very clearly, because they could be doing more harm than good and fueling that overwhelm in general, like making you feel more tired, making you feel less capable of handling it all. We have the Knight of Cups in your hopes and fears. We have the Eight of Swords and the Page of Swords. Yeah, it's definitely time to put those glasses on and take a look at what is going on around you. I feel like there is someone who doesn't seem toxic, okay? They don't seem toxic, but they are bringing toxicity your way. So have a closer look at what they're bringing to the table, how they're making you feel. Are they uh, like multiplying your insecurities with little comments here and there? Sometimes we're not almost like conscious or aware of how a lot of the internal emotional things going on within us actually come from external triggers. And there are manipulators in life. There are narcissists. There are all sorts of personalities in our lives that we need to keep at bay, that we need to distance ourselves from, protect ourselves from, because they have this ability with a single comment to trigger this whole emotional meltdown within us that we may feel responsible for. We may feel like they had nothing to do with that. But some people do it on purpose, and that's not cool. I feel like you need to take a closer look, for sure, at the influences that are around you and how they could be not only triggering you, holding you back, but also making you choose the thing that is not good for you. Okay? A lot of the insecurities that you're currently holding um could be traced back to manipulation from someone in your environment. So be careful with that, okay? You may have a hope, a desire to reconcile, to reconnect, to apologize or invite someone or something, but there's like a fear that you're gonna enter the same toxic dynamic from the past. If that's the case, just do it internally. Forgive them, love them, send them light, and then move on. You don't have to actually reach out to this person. You don't actually have to bring that person back into your life if that person is actually a breeding ground to all of the negativity. It's like they almost have a way of, I don't know, getting on your nerves that you may think you should be over and you should be capable of overcoming, yes. But sometimes it's like, if you have trouble with drinking, for example, you're not going to surround yourself with alcohol in all shapes and forms. Yeah, you can have the willpower, and yeah, you can be strong, but like, why would you do that to yourself, right? Like, what? Why put yourself in that position? It's the same with this person. There seems to be a person here that they have a way of influencing you negatively, and if you are keeping them in your space, because I know it's not as simple as you can just kick out anyone from your life for whatever reason. Sometimes there's obviously contracts, there's marriages, there's kids involved, or there's all sorts of things. Um, but Spirit is saying if you're keeping them close and allowing them in, why? Like, what is it within you that feels like their presence is worth your demise? All right, Sag, I hope that this helps. Food for thought. I know this one was kind of deep. But I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm going to be doing weekly readings for your sign here, so please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to share these with you. If any little bit of this reading resonated with you, please let me know in the comment section. And observe everything that's going on in your life right now. Just allow yourself to observe the dynamics, how they make you feel, how certain people speak to you, like just observe. Take some time to observe, and I think that you're going to come up with a lot of conclusions that maybe you have overlooked. I love you so much, and I hope that this reading helps. I'll see you in the next one, Sagittarius. Bye.